Ahoy there folks, I'm Captain Benzie and welcome to another video for Eve Echoes. After weeks and months of deliberation and leaks and sort of all kinds of theory crafting as to what we might see in the second anniversary update this August, we finally have full patch notes for the Sleeper patch to launch tomorrow, 3rd of August. This is really exciting. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. There's some questions that I've been burning to have answered. I've held off reading through these because I want this to be as authentic as possible. As usual, this is kind of me going through the patch notes, explaining what I know, and kind of a reaction video, I suppose, as well, because you're going to see angry me if something doesn't work the way I'm hoping it will, and excited and elated Benzie if something does go the way I'm hoping. So I think we're going to pretty much just dive straight in on this one. Please hit like if you haven't already on the video. Takes you 10 seconds, not even. Really helps the channel out. And if you do want to go the extra mile to be amazing and help support this channel, you can do so at my Patreon page and my Redbubble merchandise store. Anyway, here we are, the Sleeper, the big patch for August, celebrating 2 years of Eve Echoes, will go live at 0800 UTC+0 on the 3rd of August 2022. Of course, that when I say it goes live, that's when the server goes down. 240 minutes. This is a long maintenance time. So that's 4 hours of maintenance time. So for me, the server usually comes up around about 11 o'clock. This time it's due to come up about 1 o'clock. I'm UTC+2. But let's have a look at what is in it. First of all then, new content, the Dormant Realm. The Dormant Realm is home to Sleepers. Concord has found out that the Universal Broadcasting New Eden shares the same origin with the Dormant Realm. After about 10,000 years of transformation by the Sleepers, the place has become more similar to their virtual reality. Intruders affected by the broadcast signals may be turned into Sleepers. Ooh. So, what we're getting here is that, remember, the EVE Online story and the EVE Echoes story are the same up until the year YC116, then things diverge. So just because something is one way lore-wise in EVE Online doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the same in EVE Echoes. We have a separate thing going on here. And Sleepers, for those who don't know, essentially are descended from the Jovian Empire, which are kind of like the big all-powerful overseeing empire that is kind of represented by the development team. They decided to upload their consciousness into a simulation because it meant that they could just achieve so much more in the same span of time. And what we fight in the game, the Sleeper ships, are basically AI controlled or, you know, consciousness controlled drones, which is really quite cool. Anyway, Capsuleers can form a team with up to 4 members to enter the Dormant Realm from any station. Choose the suitable difficulty level, follow the mission guides, do not get lost. The operation may fail due to many conditions. Your ships that are destroyed during the operation will be real loss. Hallelujah. Complete the operation for a chance to obtain rare implants, general units, and upgrade materials. The reward depends on the difficulty level and the time taken to complete the operation. 2 of the 4 Dormant Realm operations are now available. Please check the in-game rules for more details. These are basically abyssal dead spaces. It looks like we're going to have sort of a, this event that you can jump into, kind of like Verge of Silence, but you jump in with your friends. I'm not sure if we've got matchmaking here. It says up to 4 members. So I don't know if that's matchmaking or if you have to go with a team of up to 4 of your own people. You can jump in, challenge a dormant realm, and it looks like the rewards will be issued at the end. So rather than having to loot stuff as you go and then divvy the loot, it looks like everyone will be rewarded on kind of an end screen on completion based on the time it takes. Now, obviously, in EVE Online, Abyssal Dead Spaces have a hard 20-minute timer. If after 20 minutes you have not completed the Abyssal Dead Space, it collapses and destroys your ship. We don't have confirmation here if that's going to be the case with Dormant Realms, but it's certainly, there is a time restriction. Restriction is not really the right word. There is a time element involved in that the longer you take, the less rewards you get, but I don't know if there's going to be a hard cap where the whole thing collapses and destroys you. I'm super glad to see that it is real loss on the ships. I know some people, when they saw that these are instanced and you sign up at a station, are like, oh, it's not going to be real loss. And some people I get that are pretty, happy with that because it means you don't risk your ship, but the game needs more ship destruction. Ultimately, there's no point sitting on tons of ISK if you're not ever going to use it. ISK does nothing. Ships do things. So ship loss is an important part of EVE. I'm not here just to kick over sandcastles and say, ha ha ha, you lost your ship. Far from it. It's just that that is an important part of consumption. That helps industry, that actually helps most of the market. It's kind of counterintuitive, but trust me, it is genuinely a good thing. High risk, high reward, Dormant Realm. I am super psyched for this. Videos as soon as I can on how that will all work. Part 2 then, implants. The new implant system is a significant innovation in combat strategies. 12 new implants will be introduced in the first update, changing the existing weapon systems of ships drastically and adding new combat strategies to old weapons. 12, hang on, cannons, railguns, lasers, missiles, drones, and decomposers, I suppose. It is all 6 weapons getting 2, even decomposers, which is going to be interesting if that's the case, but we'll see in a second, I guess. They can change the firing rate of weapons and type of damage dealt by weapons, and even grant ships unprecedented special abilities. So it looks like implants here are kind of like ammunition, but in a more active way. Let's take a look. New implants. Focused crystal strengthens the stimulation crystal of the laser, continuously enhancing its power whilst attacking. Pulse crystal optimizes the operating mode of the laser crystal so it can generate more firepower by using additional electricity during its operation. So the pulse crystal one looks like this is going to basically cost more capacitor in order to deal higher damage, whereas the focused crystal strengthens the stimulation crystal of the laser, continuously enhancing its power while attacking. Maybe, damage over time. The longer you are shooting at a target, the more damage it does. I don't know how that one's going to work. I don't know how this whole system's going to work, really. Again, I'm basing this off a conversation I had with Melos a long time ago where we talked about this, and we just bounced some ideas back and forward. I don't claim to have any sway over the developers. I merely said I like this, I don't like this, and explained my reasoning either way. So if this is awesome, no need to thank me, but equally, if it's terrible and something's really, really bad, don't blame me either, yeah? Barrage Repression charges the cannon's loading mechanism to obtain a higher firing rate, but the additional recoil will reduce the cannon's precision. So, less likely to hit, but higher rate of fire for cannons. That's pretty cool, especially if you're an Angel Cartel fanatic. That's my kind of thing. Sniping technology grants cannons the ability to perform precise calibration on their target, greatly increasing the accuracy and power of the first strike. That slightly worries me, because one of the things I did say to Melos when we went across this system was that the sniping one might be a little bit powerful. Because at that point in time, it was like, oh yeah, you can get 300% additional alpha from every cannon on your ship in your fleet, and it's like, oh yeah, everyone just rocked up in a strike cannon and Macariel and just one-shot everything. So I don't know how that's going to work. Hopefully that has been tweaked since we had that conversation literally about a year ago now, so it's a long time. High power coil, which I'm assuming is railgun. Residual energy from the railgun attacks will be stored in the additional coils and converted into additional firepower when necessary. This is kind of like as you shoot, you generate up a charge that you can activate, maybe? I don't know, that sounds quite cool. Thermal circulation improves the power of the railgun coil to increase the railgun's damage, but there is a risk of overheating, which means you're going to get higher power damage, but you may have to stop firing for a few seconds to let your railguns cool off, otherwise they'll overheat. That's cool. This is the kind of thing that I'm looking forward to, and I like this. Making PvE a bit more active if you want to be better at it, and PvP, there's all kinds of new strategies that can come out of this. Moving on, support projection uses these special electronic warfare warheads to disrupt enemy actions or disable enemy modules. So there we have kind of a, like missiles doing E-war effects. That's interesting. No additional damage boost, but being able to change how enemy turrets or things work could be really quite cool. Warhead charge changes the loading mechanism of missile warheads to adjust the damage type of the missiles flexibly. This is basically ammunition for missiles, being able to go, right, okay, rather than doing kinetic damage, I would rather reduce the kinetic damage and do more electromagnetic in order to shoot through shields, and then you can swap back to, things to go through different points like that. That's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff, and it means suddenly different holes in resistances could be really useful. Like, because, be honest, most shield folks tend tend to like stack resistances on electromagnetic and thermal, and of course shields have pretty good resistances to explosive already, which means kinetic suddenly becomes the bit it's weakest to. So missiles can then choose kinetic damage and punch through that hole. That's really cool, I think. If that's how it works, that's really cool. Obviously, there are going to be balancing factors here. It's not like, I'm just going to keep changing between every launch. I don't know, maybe it will be like that. I assume there will be some form of balancing calibration going on here. Bombard tactics, is this missiles? Oh no, it's drones. Adds a special attack module to the drone to significantly increase its firepower, but the drone has to return to the drone bay for loading. Awesome, so it gives an alpha strike capability to drones, but the drones then have to come back, all the way back to your ship to reload. Now, that's going to make a really interesting balance here for if you're running a Prophecy, say, as a sniper, or if you're running a Myrmidon as a brawler, because if you're brawling, then they can travel back and reload faster and get back into the field faster. A faster return to battle timer, if you will. I see you, Infinite Lagrange, poking your little head through here. That's really cool, and I like that an awful lot. Automatic defense adds a special electronic warfare to the module to the drone so that it can destroy enemy targeting systems. So, completely unwittingly, it looks like we're getting tracking disruption and guidance disruption as drones now. That's interesting. I quite like that, but we'll see. We'll see. And it's not decomposers, it's going to be logistics. Remote shield strengthens the shield's potential energy effect to quickly replenish the lost shield to the target from a distance, and remote armor provides continuous energy armor layering to the target, increasing the target's armor resistance continuously from a distance. That's cool. So it looks like remote shield can suddenly boost itself to replenish more shield from range, whereas the remote armor is going to actually help buff their resistance, kind of like how you have white mages or scholars in Final Fantasy XIV, or, priests, holy priests and discipline priests in World of Warcraft. Looks like the armor variant is more based on preventing the damage, whereas the shield version is just more shield boosting, which I'm pretty cool with. We then have new implant materials, the neural compiler used to level up and enhance the strength of implants, quantum neurons, the essential material to make implants and neural compilers. So we do make these. Huzzah, that's going to be good news. Sleeper structure, the essential material to reverse engineer the implant blueprint, huzzah, and implant core, the essential material to reverse implant blueprints. Finally, neuroactive supplements restores the lost neural activity. Oh, okay. Okay, so what we have here is actually a pretty cool setup. So you are going to have to reverse engineer implant blueprints. You're then going to have to construct those blueprints into implants, which you're going to be able to put in, and then people are going to, I think you can lose implants, but they're not destroyed, they're just deactivated until you come along and use some of these neuroactive supplements to restore lost neural activity. That's a cool way of doing it. That means that you still have a consumption going on here, but it's not just a straight up, oh, well, it's destroyed, I need to buy the whole thing all over again, which makes sense considering there is an upgrade mechanic involved here. I'm all for that. We'll see how it pans out. Again, obviously, Catskull Academy tutorial coming in on how implants work once I get my head around it. Please don't ask me for day one videos, they're so hard to do, but there we go. We'll see how this all pans out. Moving on then to part 3. Upgraded main interface. Huzzah, it's happening! A comprehensive design optimization and effect upgrade has been done for the main interface to provide a better gaming experience for Capsuleers. The Neocomms has been improved by adding the display of the model and nanocore quality of the current ship. The buttons related to implant operations have also been added. That's what we saw on the right-hand side of the HUD before. The heads-up display, those buttons are related to the implants, which is cool. Character avatar and position display, shortcuts, mini chat interface, lock target display, and overview panel will offer Capsuleers better visual effects and experience. Someone pointed out to me that if you have a look at some of the things targeting in there, it only shows one set of lasers despite the fact there are multiples stacked. So it looks like we're just getting a nice visual cleanup and things like that, which I'm all for. I really liked the look of that main interface. I liked the fact that the center is the ship, and the fact that that's going to show the nanocore as well is pretty cool. I don't know, I think there could have been better uses for the middle part, and a lot of people have suggested, why is the capacitor down the side and not in the middle where it's front and central? To me, I think that'd be a bit too big, and if you go down EVE Online's route of having the capacitance star, as it were, it's kind of hard to make out what that actually is, and if you just put, oh, it's like 25% in big numbers in the centre, that's also really kind of boring and it looks really naff. So I quite like this upgrade. I can't wait to see the other bits that we haven't seen there, those different interfaces, the Neocom, that kind of thing. Upgraded fleet interface. Battlefield data statistics have been added to provide the number of friend and foe ships within a certain range in real time. It can help capsuleers cope with the ever-changing situation on the battlefield. After creating a fleet, you can swipe the upper left corner of the screen to switch to this feature. Ooh. The icons of the fleet members you're following are now displayed in the upper right corner of the screen to help you interact with them. Drag the icons to unfollow them. The interfaces of sending and receiving commands are now integrated into the brand new fleet panel to further simplify operations. That's pretty swish. Fleet UI has been one of those things a lot of people have asked for changes to for a long time. Very glad to see that that's happening. I'll be keen to see how that all actually works there. I like the fact that you can see who you're following now, and you can do the whole thing of have a look at how many ships within certain range in real time. That's really cool. New event, Sleepers. Sleepers are ancient beings who disappeared thousands of years ago, yet over time the traces they left behind have spread across New Eden. So in EVE Online, obviously it was the opening of the wormholes and the Anoikis systems that the Sleepers had been in. In EVE Echoes, it is this dormant realm, which I suppose is kind of a different way of saying the same thing, really, isn't it? It's where these guys have been sleeping and they've changed it to themselves. I'm looking forward to seeing where the lore here goes. Yes, it's not EVE Online, so that means I can't sit there and go, oh, I know all of this, but at the same time, that's kind of more exciting. I don't know, I think some content creators have shown recently that they're a bit more sort of like, oh, but you're changing the lore, and it's like, yes, that's good, right? This is a different game. We have a split. We are literally an alternative universe. There's all kinds of cool stuff we can do with that, and I'm intrigued to see where they go. They call out to New Eden, longing to extend their lives. Ooh. Way Out of Sleep, August 3rd to August 24th. Complete Way Out of Sleep missions to participate in sleeper exploration. Ooh. To claim bountiful supplies prepared by Concord. Some missions will not be available until their corresponding event has begun. While completing the missions, you can unlock and watch the story about the operations, learn the details of Operation Hypnos, and discover the secret behind the evolution of the dormant realm. We are getting lore. We are getting lore. We are getting lore in EVE Echoes. This is big news for me. This is something I've been waiting for a long time. Looks like we're finally getting it. Actual lore in the game with new missions, new encounters, all kinds of stuff there. When it says sleeper exploration, I'm not convinced that means exploration like scanning and probing, that kind of thing. I think that is just kind of uncovering the story is what they're saying there, but we'll see. I would not be against some more sort of sleeper stuff going on there, more exploration stuff. Sleeper Auditorium, August 3rd to August 24th, same duration. Travel here in slumber and listen to the whispers of the sleepers. The new Sleepers soundtrack will be added to your library with the new version of the game. You may set any of the songs as the theme song of your station. Station theme songs, that's pretty cool. 2 of the 5 songs are now available, rest have to be unlocked by completing missions. Reason to unlock missions, new things to go for there, and more soundtrack I am always happy for. Soundtrack makes me happy. I like the EVE Online soundtrack. I really like the stuff they've added to EVE Echoes, like the Faction Wargame stuff. I loved the Neon Rain music. If you remember Infinity from last year, that was such a cool song. I still have that playing on my playlist, so yeah, more of this kind of stuff. Navigator Program, August 4th to August 30th, top up a total of 499 Aurum to start a new round of monthly skill point replenishment, top up a certain amount of ore for additional rewards, please refer to the in-game descriptions for details. We've seen this before, basically you spend 500, well you buy 500 ore, you don't have to spend it, if you buy 500 Aurum, 499, it unlocks the new, the navigation system, and you get daily skill points when you log in, or you can collect a whole bunch of them in one go. It's a really cool system for new players because it calculates the skill points based on your total skill points already. So newer players get more, older players get less. That's a cool system. It helps with catch up, which is really cool. I like this top up a certain amount of Aurum for additional rewards though. Intrigued to see where that goes. New Eden Recruitment Event. Invite new and old Capsuleers to get lots of rewards, summon your comrades, and bring new blood into New Eden. Huzzah! They are doing something to get new players in. Like, look, let's be completely honest. Implants and the Dormant Realm are pretty exciting. If it's someone who played Eve back in the day, played Echoes back in the day, and was like, nah, I'm just getting a bit bored of it now, this is a good reason for them to come back, and giving you a reward for inviting your friends to try it, oh boy, that's a really good thing. I think anything that tries to help with recruitment is going to be a good thing, and this time they have actually lined it up with a new load of content, which is the perfect time to try and draw in players, both new and old alike. New Eden store updates. The Lazarus unit value bundle pack and small, medium and large nanocore supplies are now replaced with general materials of the same amount. Ooh, so more direct purchase, that's pretty cool. 2 new limited time items are added, the Nano Source bundle pack and Learning Code bundle pack. The purchase limit has been reset. You can now purchase the Omega Duo bundle gift pack at a discount. So all of those, like you bought the year of subscription or 6 months or whatever, looks like those are now back. If you've bought them in the past, they're refreshed. You can buy them again. Great time to grab yourself a load of new, time to keep yourself going over the next year. And then here we have the big one. Limited time sale of popular nano cores. Event duration August 4th to August 30th. To meet some Capsuleers' need to purchase the old nano cores, Concord has selected some of the most popular and made them available to be purchased for a limited time. They are mainly opt boxes, including nano cores from Dark Halo, Neon Gas, and Thermomagnetic Storm series. So, Neon Gas is exciting for me personally. I got the Neon Gas Hound box, and then bought the one for the Hound, then decided that actually I would kind of prefer the Explorer one, went through Verge of Silence again, only to realise I couldn't get a second one. I want one of these for my Astero, I want one for my Probe Explorer. In fact, if I can get the Probe Explorer to below 75 meters signal radius, scan radius, without using rigs, if I can do that with the Neon Gas core, holy heck, that's going to be amazing. Thermomagnetic Storm as well. Thermomagnetic Storm 2 was one of the most popular cores, especially amongst Apocalypse pilots, and we all know how popular the Apocalypse is, especially the Apocalypse Striker. So if you are flying one of those, the Thermomagnetic Storm 2 Thermomagnetic Storm 2 core is a really good investment there. Dark Halo as well, lot of fun I've had with those on various different ships, and there are more as well. Just those are particularly exciting, Neon Gas specifically for me. During the anniversary celebration, log in for 7 days to claim 4 coupons, skill points, and other rewards. When purchasing in the popular Nanocore shop, you can use the coupons to deduct the price when your single order reaches a certain amount. Now, I'm hoping these are still Plex or something, not just Aurum. Obviously, though, the Aurum would tie in nicely with the Navigator program, so there is that, I guess, with discounts there from the daily login rewards. We'll see how that works. I'm slightly nervous on that one from that wording at the end, but they are good cores. If you want those cores, it's great to see them back. And look, no matter how it's handled, like even if it is just Aurum direct purchase, yeah, I won't be particularly happy about that, but I suppose we can at least be happy that the opportunity is still there to get some of those old cores back. Clone Purchase Gifts Event Update. Where? To thank the Capsuleers for their support, the Clone Purchase gift event has now been changed to 10,080 days. Reach the specified number of days to claim bounty for... Oh, they're talking the whole thing of your monthly Omega stacking up together, whereas it stopped at like 960 before. There's getting another load of it. The Praxis 2 battleship, Afterglow of Death 2 nanocore, skill points, Lazarus units, insurance points, ISK, and nanocores. Yay! Free stuff for me when I log in. Praxis 2 is a battleship with comprehensively enhanced combat capabilities. It is highly versatile and good at attacking enemies with turrets, missiles, and drones. Afterglow Death 2 Nanocore also focuses on versatility to better utilize the advantages of the Praxis 2's multi-weapon system. This is interesting. I like the Praxis, I really like how it looks. It's pretty expensive and useless in its current form. I'll be intrigued to see if I actually have a reason to fly this now. Voyage Ceremony Formation Review. Concord will review the ceremony formations and corp mottos designed by all corporations. Corps will be notified of the result through the event page and mail in a timely manner. I need to think of a corp motto for Catskull. That's, no, I'm not just going to put meow. I need something for that, but we'll see. Corporations that fail to pass the review have one chance to modify their submissions. Please submit the modified ceremony formation before August 11th. Please take the modification seriously, as your corporation will lose the opportunity to participate if it fails to pass the review again. So just don't put in any stupid messages or anything like that. I can see people complaining already. Oh, I made a message that was sort of, you know, net sleaze and all this kind of thing, and they censored me. Lol, free speech, am I right? And then they're going to get caught again, and then they're just going to complain that netties stole their money, and it's like, you've been warned. You've been warned. Don't be a douche. Simple. Really, really simple, in fact. It's easier to not be a douche than it is to be one, because not being something you can just do by not doing anything. I could not be a douche by sitting there silently and watching TV. Being a douche requires effort. Anyway, optimizations, updated estimated prices based on successful transactions in the market, Nettie's stamp of approval, official patch notes. Bug fixes, the issue where only one should be 9 fighter is displayed after the carrier is repackaged has been fixed. Didn't even know it was an issue. But hey, this is super cool. I cannot wait to jump into some Dormant Realms and see how that works. I'm hoping it will be as close to Abyssals as possible, like there'll be a reason to do this in cruisers, destroyers and frigates, rather than just, oh lol, 4 ships, battleships, just all gonna go in battleships. Of course we're gonna go in battleships. Battleships are best. Why wouldn't we use battleships? Hopefully there is a version of it that does not allow battleships, or, you know, favors non-battleships. I don't know. We'll see. We shall have to see how that works. I'm not quietly, I'm loudly excited. I'm just cautiously excited whilst also being loud. Implants, super excited to see all this. There's 12 Catskull Academy videos there for me to make, or arguably 6, and I just cover 2 at a time. We'll see how that works. I'm going to jump in on those as quickly as I can, alongside a how to make, how to use. That'd be kind of cool. Upgraded the main interface, that looks really cool. New interface stuff there. I'm hype. Look, I can scroll up and down this and tell you that I'm hype about all of it. I am hype about all of it. There are some bits there that I'm like, I don't know, maybe they're going to do this right, maybe they're going to, you know, screw me over again, but hey, I don't know. I think even like with the nanocores, and the nanocore is the biggest worry, like the neon gas and stuff like that. But simply put, because I'm just going to be completely frank, if the neon gas ends up being purchase only, I'm broke for this month. I've just had to pay all my bills. So yeah, I'm going to miss out on a neon gas again if you have to pay real money for it. Donations to the usual PayPal account, I'll link it in the description down below if you fancy helping with my neon gas purchase fund. Anyway, ultimately, yeah, I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm glad that the opportunity is at least there. Netties like to take things in small steps, see how it goes, and if it works, then do it again. If it doesn't work, improve it for next time. So I think ultimately we'll see how it goes, and if it does end up being a bit like, okay, this isn't great, at least we can say thank you for the opportunity, but this is what we need more next time, and then they can go, right, okay, we missed the mark, let's try again better next time. And I think that's a pretty cool way of looking at it. Anyway, that's all for today, folks. Goodness gracious me, I cannot wait to jump in on this one tomorrow. Let me know in the comment section down below what you are thinking is most exciting to you here. I want to hear what you are most excited about. Let's keep the negativity down for one day at least, shall we? Let me know what is most exciting to you. I will actually change this week's Combo Omega giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 of you in the comment section of this video alone. A chance to win Combo Omega. All you need to do to enter is give me a nice I'm excited about this part of the patch. And yeah, 3 lucky winners will each win a month of Combo Omega. You heard it here first. Happy sailing, folks, and see you in New Eden!